Good morning. I'm not sure if you can see them. You might not be able to, but they're deep. Going around in circles. They're lost, I think. They're like going around in circles over there. They're not sure what they're doing. We're on our way to church. I got my caffeine. So they're doing good this morning. Woohoo!
What the intent rather is to diagnose the thoughts and the intentions of the person who's doing the praying. That's the intent of what we want to do these next few Sundays. We want to consider his thoughts and apply them, his desires and requests, apply them to our own prayers. Whether we're praying for ourselves or whether we're praying for somebody else in the church, a brother or sister, or lost family member out there. And we want to use this 4-step model in our processing of these Bible prayers. I'd like to say it's original with me. I'm not sure if I got it from someplace or not, probably, but let's just read through it. The first thing we want to do in processing these Bible prayers is, of course, to read the Scripture, read the prayer itself. Does that make sense? The second thing is we want to diagnose the thoughts of the prayer. Diagnose, what did that prayer mean? Who said that? What was he asking? What is he requesting God for? What was he crying about? What was he complaining about? What was he And the third thing is we want to meditate. We want to brainstorm. I use that word. If we got all typed up and ready to go, I said, probably should have put meditate as a better choice. But anyway, that's what I mean by that. Third is to brainstorm or to meditate on some ways in which you might want to incorporate Paul's thoughts, that's the case we're going to do it this week. Paul's requests into our own prayer life. Are we able to do that? Is that okay? I hope so, because that's the thing, in these 2 weeks. And finally, we don't want to just leave it there, that we thought about it, meditated on it, brainstormed a little bit. But fourth, we want to rephrase the prayer's thoughts in our own prayer words and write out how they would sound.
And she says,
Put your left foot in, put your left foot out, put your right foot in.
and you take it out of that. And she says, she says, where's the first turn? I said, this is the first left-hand turn. After you turn left. Turn out of the driveway left, and then go to the first left, turn left. And we were talking as we were getting close to Harris Hill, and I said, turn! I said, go that way! I said, we need to go that way. And she goes, because we were in the middle of something, and I said, we need to turn that way. She says, Robin is horrible. Because she took her the last spring. They went down to a quilt shop in Erie. And she said, she was trying to tell her in Ellery Center, you need to take a left and then a right. Before she got there, she was giving her directions beforehand. And she says, oh, you want me to turn right here? She goes, no, you need to go left and then right. And it's up there a little ways. I'm like, and then when she said to get off 86, she wanted to get off at the Sherman exit. She goes, we're not even in Erie yet. We're not even close to Erie yet. We're not even in Pennsylvania. We're in Pennsylvania. I'm like, so it was just like, it was really weird.
Bright flowers bloomed in Nazareth. Sweet birds sang everywhere. Soft breezes blew as Jesus combed the donkey's coat with care. His friend Tobias wandered by. Hi, Toby, Jesus called. Passover's here, and this year we can go. We're 12 years old. You'll see the temple and the other things. Tomorrow is the day. We will all start for Jerusalem, 100 miles away. Next morning, Jesus helped tie bundles of supplies upon the donkey's back. And then, beneath summer skies, with all the other families, they started up the road. Young Jesus proudly led the small gray donkey with his load. Clippity-clop, the donkey train moved slowly on its way. The people sang and talked as they marched on. At last, one day, "Look, I can see Jerusalem," cried Jesus in delight. They soon were there. The wide-eyed boys looked round at every sight. The towers tall, the golden gate, the city's high stone walls, the crowds of people in the streets, the bright happy market stalls. "Look," Jesus said, "up there, the great white temple. See? Look at the shining golden roof," cried Jesus happily. Then Joseph found it in the great Passover feast began. With merry hearts the family ate unleavened bread and lamb. Passover tells us of the night God set our people free. By his great love, said Joseph. Then they sang joyfully. In the big Jerusalem, there were so many things to see. But most of all, the temple was where Jesus liked to be. He liked to hear the teachers there, all old and very wise. He'd listen sitting at their feet with bright and eager eyes. When Jesus asked them questions, all the teachers were amazed. "How can a young lad know so much?" they said with eyes of praise. The people stayed a week, and then one morning bright and clear, they started back towards Nazareth. But as the night drew near, "Where's Jesus?" Joseph asked his wife. "I don't know," she replied. "He must be with the other ones." He called his name and cried. No answer came. They quickly went and found the other lads. "Have you seen Jesus?" Joseph asked. Not any of them had. They looked for Jesus and soon became quite worried. "He isn't here," they cried. Back to Jerusalem they hurried. The next day in the city streets and at each market stall, they both asked, "Tell us, have you seen a boy about so tall? His name is Jesus. He's my son. We lost him," Mary said. But one by one the merchants and the strangers shook their heads. They hurried to the inn where they had stayed when they were there. They cried, "We can't find Jesus. Have you seen him anywhere?" But no one had seen Jesus. And now Mary was alarmed. "What's happened to my son?" she cried. "Oh, maybe he's been harmed." 3 days had passed, said Joseph then. "I know where he might be. He loved God's house. He could be there." They quickly ran to see. When they had reached the temple church, they were surprised and glad, for there among the teachers sat just one young, bright-eyed lad. Around him many people stood, all listening in surprise. "Look," Joseph said, "it's Jesus with the teachers, great and wise." Then Jesus' mother went to him. Her heart was full of joy, but scolding just a bit, she said, "You were alarmed, my boy. We looked all over for you, son. Oh, why did you stay here? We thought you were lost," she said, and wiped away a tear. But gently Jesus said to them, "Why did you look for me? Didn't you know my Father's house is where I'd surely be?" He didn't understand his words, but Mary smiled and went. The three of them went down the road to Nazareth again. The boy obeyed his parents, and as years passed one by one, he grew and learned still more how pleased God was with his dear son. Jesus obeyed his mom. Do you think Jesus wants you to obey your mother? Jesus set a good example for us to follow, and we need to be very good.